A lot of times we always see animals eating their prey, but we never really knew how did they get their prey alive and undigested in their bodies until now. The truth behind this indigestible moments of animals eating their prey alive is not as you expected it to be. Here are some indigestible moments of animals eating their prey alive. Number 7. Commodore Dragon. In addition to the Commodore Village on Commodore Island, there are several villages in the Commodore National Park where livestock, such as goats and chickens, are commonly kept. Dragons are drawn to the village because of the smell of dried fish and livestock, but residents do not feed them, and they prey on goats and poultry, particularly those belonging to villagers, because goats have a strong smell. Dragons eventually find the baby goats that the village residents have thrown away. These dragons have grabbed a small warthog, and the warthog is being held tightly and crushed by 2 of the dragons. The dragons are tearing out flesh while the pig is still very much alive. This poor deer has been attacked by a Commodore Dragon, and no matter what the deer tries, it is doomed. The Commodore has already begun digging into the deer's insides for some tasty meat, and all the deer can do is endure the pain until it dies. Number 6. Coyotes. This coyote has captured a deer in the snow, and it looks like it has things under control, but it doesn't. The deer is quite big and it manages to get up after struggling for a while and even confronts the coyote. Magpies begin to circle above as if they're excited by all the action. It looks like the deer got away, but the camera is so unstable it's hard to tell. This coyote is tearing through this deer while it's still alive. The deer remains stoic as if it's enjoying the scenery. While the coyote is ripping through its body, coyote shoves its head into the deer's open wound and digs for whatever it can find. These 3 coyotes are chasing a mule deer buck in the open field. The buck is equipped with large antlers, so the coyotes must be careful. They work the deer like experts and take it down. This coyote is chewing on a squirrel. He is well known in the area, and people are asked not to feed him because he's quite capable of feeding himself, as you can well see in the video. Number 5. Turkey. This turkey finds what appears to be a snake in the middle of the road. The snake isn't quite dead yet, but it won't be long before it is. The turkey appears to be having a good time, and boy, is he giving this snake the ride of his life. With a gopher snake, this female received more than she bargained for. The popped-up male turkey, who couldn't care less about the snake or the female's predicament, is even funnier. This turkey kills a rattlesnake and begins to eat it in chunks. I had no idea turkeys could kill snakes so easily and loved eating them. Another turkey feasts on a snake in some sort of green space, and the snake isn't doing anything about it. He's probably dead by now. Number 4. Fennec fox. This horned snake is trying to find a safe place to hide. A fierce enemy appears to have seen the snake. Despite his meek appearance, the fennec fox is considered one of the fiercest predators in these barren deserts. As soon as he sees the snake, he plans his strategy. His lightweight and quick reflexes make him a fierce opponent for the snake. The fox tries to bite the snake directly on the head, but the margin of error is very small. Any wrong movement means certain death. The snake desperately tries to keep up with the fox, and directing his bites would turn the tide of the battle. But the fox is too quick. The snake is not just food, but a struggle. Between these two is a struggle for survival. Here is a fennec fox hunting a much smaller prey, but it's still a scorpion. Fox seems to have mastered the art of attacking dangerous prey like snakes and scorpions, and this scorpion knows it, so it hides between the tall grass. Fox pulls it out of there and continues biting it, making sure it doesn't get stung. After breaking the scorpion's tail, the fox can relax and eat the rest of the scorpion without any worries. Number 3. Honey badger. This honey badger is working on his venom vaccines. Scorpions are the training wheels of venom. Their sting is bad, but not as toxic as cobras. The badger knows the drill and positions himself right in front of the tail. The scorpion stings the badger right on the nose, inflicting pain, like a hot knife to the flesh. But he doesn't back down. The scorpion keeps launching the venom bombs, and that's exactly what the badger wants. After he gets what he wants, the badger dismantles the scorpion's lethal weapon and eats a snake. Let's see how the honey badger handles the small snake. The snake is aiming for the badger's head. Whereas other animals may flee in search of easier prey, the honey badger approaches the situation as if it were any other, charging in head first. Regardless of the circumstances, the snake realizes this and tries to flee. But the honey badger is locked onto its prey and will not let go until it has crushed it. When the badger immobilizes the snake's jaws, the battle is over and the badger can enjoy his well-earned meal. The honey badger is a wacky animal, to say the least. There's nothing else like it on the planet. This creature is insane. They're so vicious They've been known to attack lions. But how does the honey badger match up against a python? Even when this honey badger is in trouble in the grasp of this massive python, it never gives up. Of course, a little help from these jackals doesn't hurt. But I'm not convinced this honey badger would have been killed had the jackals not intervened. It even has the audacity to keep the entire snake to itself instead of sharing with the jackals who helped free it from the snake's hold. What a nasty animal in the face of an unlucky turtle. Honey badgers showed their tenacity and fearlessness by breaking through the turtle shell. Number 2. This dramatic attack is taking place in Botswana, and these 4 lions are eating right through this antelope. While it's still alive, the lions are feasting on its inside, so the antelope doesn't last very long before it takes its last breath. This scene is not for sensitive viewers. When a lion begins to devour an impala from behind, the lion digs into the impala's body, tearing out flesh, while the impala is half-sitting and trying to think of a way to get out of its ordeal. You can see the impala's backside is totally ripped off. This lion has mangled a baboon, but it's not dead. The lion keeps tapping on the baboon with its powerful jaws, but isn't sure what to do with it. The baboon is suffering and praying it can get out of this mess. But the lion isn't about to let it go. Lions often feed on the testicles first, but they tend to feed more on the lower belly of their prey. Unlike their close relatives, tigers and leopards, who tend to feed from the muscle tissue of the thighs and rump first. It looks like this lion is going for the lower belly and the testicles in this video. Number 1. Bears. This video begins with the bear about to find the elk calf. It appears to be following a scent it detects in the grass with its nose. The elk calf is on the other side of the bridge where the bear runs. Once it has dragged the calf up the hill, it rests under a tree of refuel. That's when it begins to eat the small elk alive. This grizzly bear has captured an elk calf and begins to dice and slice it while the animal is still alive. Spotting bears while on a wildlife adventure is always a memorable and exhilarating experience. It's difficult for anyone to watch this play out, even though it's a healthy and normal occurrence. This black bear digs into an elk on the side of a road under the watchful eyes of another bear and her cub. I'm surprised the mother bear doesn't challenge the black bear for the kill. It's much bigger than the black bear, but she doesn't move when her cub sits at the table. The black bear doesn't react, and that's when mama takes a whiff of the elk but still doesn't eat. I guess she's letting the 2 younger bears eat first. Perhaps the black bear, his adopted son. Another bear and her cub have captured an elk on the side of a road, but the elk is still trying to free itself. The bears don't seem to care and continue eating the elk while it's still alive. So these are indigestible moments of animals eating their prey alive. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.